Hello, 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 hello. I don't have my light on. That's why oh man, I am tired. Oh man. You ever have it where you're like, I'm good. I'm in a good, I'm not tired. I'm really good. I'm good. And then you just like, you start talking or you get to work or whatever and you're like, oh, no, I immediately regret this decision. That was a dumb move. That was, that's me going live right now. Today was like, it's just one of those days. Oh yeah, Fiberon, I had a care package. And by care package, I mean a Polymaker order show up. I ordered some Polymaker filament after stream yesterday, and it showed up today before noon. How great is that? I realized I needed to order some more because I thought I had 3 spools of CF PET G for the for this guy. Ah shit. See, this is what happens when you go to cut to the other camera, mobile camera, you are HDMI 3. There you go, for that guy. So I thought I had 3 spools of CF PET G. It turns out I had 2 spools of CF PET G and then 1 spool of PET. And I'm like, well, I want to do the whole body in CF PET G and just do the legs in PET. So I did the math and I'm like, I should probably get another spool. So I did. Huzzah, Polymaker. We like Polymaker. And then I also picked up some other stuff because we're going to be printing robot stuff. Because I haven't tried printing the ASA CF08 ASA CF08. I haven't tried printing this yet, and I need to print a bunch of parts for the stealth changer, and I want to do it in this stuff now. So we're going to do some testing with this on a small little project. We're going to build a little robot, and we're going to use the robot as a test mule for this filament. So I have some dark gray and some navy blue, and I hope it's enough because after I ordered it, I forgot these are only 0.5 kilogram spools. So I think it should be okay. It's a pretty small rivet, so we should be okay. Also, ice cap, I'm exhausted. Today's stream will probably not be 3 hours, although knowing how we do things here, it probably will be, but I'm not planning on it being 3 hours. Also, I bought some cope. I bought some cope. It's the Panachroma copolyester. It doesn't say cope on it anywhere. Does it say cope on it anywhere? I'm looking at the box here. Panachroma. It just says steel gray. Panachroma steel gray. How are you supposed to know it's copolyester? Where does it say the material? Net weight, Panachroma, steel gray. It does not say it's copolyester anywhere on here. Isn't that not good? Like, okay, you have a bunch of Panachroma is like their new line, right? Like, so they have a bunch of different types of Panachroma. It's not all copolyester. So if you just have this sitting on the shelf and you grab it down, how are you supposed to know it's copolyester? Please tell me I'm not the first one to bring this up. Because I've never ordered their copolyester before. I figured I'd give it a try. Because I've heard good things about it and people wanted me to try it, so I ordered some spool. But no, it's not just Polymaker filament. You know, so no, Panachroma is like, yeah, they have all kinds. There's PLA, there's like a lot of it's PLA. Most of it's actually PLA, I think. I think it's all PLA. But then you have copolyester. So how are you supposed to tell the difference? Like, I know this is copolyester because it's the only Panachroma I bought so far. But like when this is on your shelf and it's 8 months from now and you don't remember if you ordered, you know, red copolyester or red Panachroma PLA, how are you supposed to know? Check the barcodes. Ain't nobody checking barcodes when they grab a spool off the shelf. I don't. I go, oh, that's a pretty color. Oh, Marble PLA. It says right there on it. Right? Grab another random spool. Oh, look. White Pet G. Let's grab another. Let's grab a Polymaker spool. Oh, that's another Jesse spool. Let's grab the, oh, here we go. Ambrosia. You know, Ambrosia Filament. ASA Sparkle. Green. Polymaker. ABS. Blue. The material and the color. This just says Panachroma Steel Gray. You better hope you don't forget what it is. There's a small white sticker. Where? There. Panachroma palette. What white sticker are you talking about? This has nothing on it. You have a sticker here. Panachroma Steel Gray, batch number, diameter. Panachroma Steel Gray. It's a 1.75 millimeter, but it doesn't tell you anywhere on here. Flip it over. I can only flip it over twice. It's on the hub of the spool. I don't see a sticker anywhere in here. Sticker inside the filament. Well, that would be really, I don't see any sticker in the bag. There's a desiccant thingy, but yeah. That is a little disconcerting. Un momento, por favor, biblioteca. Hey, a heads up. Just got some Panachroma cope filament, and it doesn't say anywhere on the box or the spool itself that it's cope or what type of plastic it is at all. There you go. Like, Joel, not that Joel, the other Joel. No, not that Joel, the other Joel. Like, yeah, no, maybe that's the one's a fluke. Let's grab another one. Panachroma blue. Yeah, it doesn't say anything on here about it being a copolyester, because the bed temps and it's in the same bracket as ABS or PLA, right? 25 to 60 on the bed, 190 to 230 on the nozzle. Like, it's in the same bracket as PLA. Also, I do like the fact that they put down the spool weight on it. That is nice. But that is honestly, that's not good. That is something that needs to be corrected, because, like, let's be honest, the moment you have a rack of filament and it's all partial spools and it's 20 different brands and it's just been there for a while, and you're like, shoot, I need to grab, I want to print some PLA, because this stuff doesn't stick to PLA, by the way. So, like, even if it's an individual print, okay, cool, whatever. You might, you accidentally grab copolyester instead of PLA. You'll probably have the same print quality, although cope sticks really good to the bed unless you have, like, some sort of, sticks really good to PEI beds unless you have, like, a vision miter or something on it. But they don't stick to PLA. So if you're trying to do, like, a multi-material, multicolor print, and you accidentally have some PLA and copolyester, that ain't gonna work. So you need to know an item code. Yeah, there's a barcode on it, but nobody's gonna read a barcode. It needs to be, hey, I need blue, Polylite ABS blue. That's how easy it should be. If I have to do any more work than that to find out what spool of filament I'm holding in my hand, the company screwed up. It shouldn't be any more work than Polylite ABS blue, 1.75 millimeters. It should be that clear. I should not have to be like pulling out a barcode reader or looking up barcode numbers to figure out what's on the spool. So yeah, I pinged my Polymaker rep and I'm like, yo, that needs to be fixed. That is a no bueno. So anyway, so I got some cope to try out. So much cope here. It's like a bamboo fanboy watching a Grant video. Hey-yo. I think this is Fiberon. But I don't know. Yeah, I think that's... It doesn't say on here. I have a mystery spool here that's unlabeled, and I don't know what's on it. So I'm going to open it up, and we're going to see what it is. I don't know what's on here, because this doesn't have a sticker. These have stickers. This one doesn't. Dude, I watched it. Okay, the only reason I brought up the bamboo joke is because it's funny. But I watched another Grant video today, his Print Fix Friday. Is there legit something going on with those control boards on the A1s? Because, like, I keep seeing that pop up in my feed. Like, is that a legit, like, issue with the A1s? Has Bamboo acknowledged it at all or anything? Like, you know, I watched this Print Fix Friday and it's like another, you know, sparky tool head. And it's like, this shit. Although, I will say the video, okay, just you know, fair, equal, fun pokery. Grant, Print, Friday. Where is it? Where is it? This one made me do a spit take. This made me do a spit take. So yeah, so I was watching his Print Fix Friday. They had somebody printed something with resin and it was all floating. But yeah, I saw this and I'm like, it's sparky. And I'm like, that's not good. But just this. So let me mute it. You need to hear it. You need to hear this guy. So you need to hear this. Unmute that. So.
Use them. Last but not least, if I had to see it, you do too. Let's take a look at this XL. What the I don't think I could say it better. I don't think that video was cut at a more proper moment.
I did a spit take watching this.
You do too. Let's take a look at this XL. What the I don't think
Prusa XL has layer shift detection, but if you have input shaper on, it disables it. So it had a layer shift that was so big that when it went to go move that way, it hit the thing and it released the tool head. So that was funny. That was funny. I'm sorry. So I did a spit take. So that was funny. I've had that happen to me once on my XL. They are replacing the A1 boards upon ticket. Well, that says to me they aren't willing to admit that there's a wider problem. Ugh, that's not good. Okay. The item code to confirm it's actually cope. I'm assuming it's cope. I'm going to assume it's cope. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm assuming the PLA. Can anyone here grab a spool of Panchrome PLA if they have it? Because I don't have any Panchrome PLA. I should have grabbed one. And just double confirm that it says PLA on it. Because as far as I'm aware, their Panchromaline is PLA only except for the copolyester. So it's all PLA. Because it used to be the Polyterra line, I believe. So, yeah. Okay, so what's in this spool? Oh, speaking of spools and filament and whatnot, do you want to win a spool of Polymaker filament? we're going to give away a spool at the end of stream. Link in the video description. It's also pinned in chat. What do we got here? This is just regular black pet sheet. Oh, fun. Back in the bag you go. I thought this was the PLA says nothing about it about being PLA. Okay, so I'm wondering if the Panchroma line, they designed the spools and everything for just regular PLA, and they didn't realize, like, hey, now that we have more than PLA, we should probably actually label this, because that is legit a problem waiting to happen. That is a problem waiting to happen. The last thing you would want to do is somebody to grab it and go, hey, let's do a multicolor, multi-material print with this nice dark steel red I have, and this other plastic. Oh wait, no, that won't work because one's copolyester and it didn't stick to anything. So yeah, I have fire-resistant polycarbonate. Oh, that's cool. When I bought my Mark 4S, it was $79.99 plus $50 shipping. That's not bad. Yeah, Prusa did drop the price of the Mark 4S, I believe. So, okay. So what are we doing today? I am exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. I am sorry. Today's stream is going to be, it's going to end whenever it ends. You guys want shed building story time? Do you guys want shed building story time? Oh, sad news. I did a little test. Where did I put the boat? Where did I put the boat? I'm printing, oh, here. So I printed this guy, and this is that Fiberon CF PETG. So I put it in the dryer, and I let it dry for like 3 hours or whatever. And I took it out, and I did this little test guy, because I wanted to see, you know, I was getting impatient. I wanted to see how good my profile was for 6 mil nozzle, 0.3 layer height. I wanted to check how the profile was printing this stuff. And I'm like, hey, this looks pretty good. You know what? We're good. I'm going to send it. So I loaded up the 2.5 kilogram at 1 day, 18-hour print on the Venture XL, and I hit start. And the print was going really good until about 3 hours in, when it started oozing like a mofo. I don't know if, like, it's not that humid in my garage right now. According to the thing, it's like 40% humidity in my garage right now. So what I'm thinking is the outer filament got nice and dry, but the inner filament in that big spool, because it was all tightly wound and everything, has a chewy, wet, moist center. So we're gonna put another spool in the dryer, and it's gonna dry for like a day, I think. Because while the print is coming out pretty nice, it is, like, you can see the surface finish is fine. The inside is laden with, because it does like a big travel across it, and it just oozes a bit and then it catches. So I'm gonna have to clean it up. It's not a big deal. It comes off pretty easily, but we're dribbling everywhere. So that's doing that. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to print drone stuff. Not drone stuff, robot stuff. I bought goodies. I was hoping to get the video edited for today, by the way. It will be tomorrow if I get it edited. It's a Big Tree Tech video from 3D Printopia, and Luke likes to talk, so I got to edit it down to something consumable by the average, you know, ADD brained kid. So I got to do that. I was planning to do it today, but more Gundam. We're gonna do ribbits, but we're doing different ribbits. Okay, we're gonna do some different ribbits. Where is CF ASA? Does anyone have? Okay, so we got ASA, carbon fiber PETG. It's kind of annoying that there's no Polymaker. There's not a lot of Polymaker. You know what? I'm just gonna run, you know, whatever. We'll just run ASA. Figure if Prusa ASA will work. It is a hardened nozzle. hardened nozzle on that one. I am all over the place today. I am all over the place. Printing it from a dryer. I don't have a dryer big enough. We built a dryer on stream yesterday. And literally, I'll pick it up here. It's a Home Depot bucket with a food dehydrator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another spool of that good stuff in there. And I'm just going to let it cook for like a day. Who here can tell me the proper way to open a spool of Polymaker filament? Who here can inform me as to the proper procedure when it comes to unleashing the Polymaker spool from its reusable Mylar bag? Who here can tell me? Trying to find the funniest thing I have to stab it with, but I don't really have anything. Yeah, I don't really have anything funny to stab it with. I was hoping I had something funny I could stab it with, but I don't. So, what we do is you grab it by the cut here. You pull it all the way down, and if you do it well, all that. This way you can reseal the bag. So now we cut it open. We take our filament out. And this way, we can reseal it if we need to. There we go. So that's going to cook for a little bit, because while this looks really good, you can see in the back there the mass of just stringy bits. Like, it's just fuzz. It comes right off. You can just shave it off, but it's a little annoying because that means it does under extrude a little bit when it starts back up again. So it is a little annoying, but there's enough material there that's not really affecting rigidity. Gotta work on the stabbing. I have a video of me opening it up with the bayonet on a Mosin, but I can't show that on YouTube because YouTube will not like that. Okay. So why am I tired? This is why I'm tired. We're gonna go down a story route today. Today's story time. I am exhausted. Look at my shed. I have a shed now. I have built a shed. Look at my shed. This way, I can move like stuff out of that side of the garage, like my lawnmower and the bikes and like my gas cans and like stuff that I need for yard work or stuff that I won't need now that it's fall. I can move all that out to this beautiful shed that I built today. And then I can turn the other side of the garage into a workshop. So we can have like more shenanigans going on over there. I'm gonna have a proper paint booth so I can sand stuff indoors in the winter and paint indoors in the winter. And I'll be able to actually finish the projects that I start instead of starting them, realizing it sucks doing this in the winter. I'll do it in the summer, and then by summer rolls around, I lose incentive to do it. So hopefully we don't have that problem anymore. Prime Day deal? No, I went to Home Depot and I bought it. Speaking of Home Depot, you want to know why I'm tired today? I did not plan on building this shed today, by the way. Woke up, brought the little guy to his swimming lessons. At first, I was gonna wake up first thing in the morning, go to Home Depot, buy the shed. Right? I was gonna borrow my wife's car. She has an Escape. I have a little Crosstrek. Her car is bigger than mine, so it's gonna go there. It's a shed. I checked it online. I checked the box dimensions online. It'll fit, I think. It'll fit. Fold the seats down. Good enough, right? Fit in the back of the escape. And so what ended up happening was I was going to go first thing in the morning. And then my wife's like, aren't you coming to little guy's swimming lessons this morning? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll come to the swimming lessons. I'll go to the swimming. How could going to the swimming lessons completely screw up my timeline for the rest of the day? Foreshadowing. So I go to swimming lessons, whatever. It's near our house, half an hour, whatever. Okay, come back home, get the car ready, whatever. I'm on the road at 10:30 instead of, I was hoping to be on the road at like 8:30, but 10:30, whatever. So go to Home Depot. I have to find somebody because I can't find the shed that I want to buy. I have my little cart, the flat cart you can put boxes on. And I'm walking through the garden center. I'm like, I cannot find the shed. The internet says you have one. And the lady's like, yeah, we have one. It's the one outside that, has the demo one that's been outside and beating the crap all summer. And it's like missing parts. Do you want that one? And I'm like, no, I don't want that one. I want a new one. I'm going to give you money. I want a new one. And she's like, yeah, we don't got one. I'm like, but the internet says you have one. She's like, yeah, but wait a minute. She goes away and she comes back. She's like, oh, they started moving that stuff from like our area to like the off-season area for storage because, nobody buys a shed in the winter and it's getting cold out. So they moved the shed to like the top shelf of like a random aisle in the store for storage. The aisle happened to be the wood aisle with all the wood. That's okay. People get wood all the time, right? Get the forklifts out and go grab it. Today is the second weekend of the second Sunday or Saturday of the month. The local Home Depot does a kids thing every second Saturday of the month. There was like 50 kids there building birdhouses in front of where I needed to get my shed. So they're like, yeah, so you can either come back in like 2 hours or about an hour and a half, or we could ship it to you for free. And I'm like, ooh, okay, shipping to me for free. That's okay. I'm home all day. I'm home all day tomorrow. Like, yeah, no, tomorrow we don't do it on weekends. So today, tomorrow, no. Monday's a holiday. Tuesday will be stupid busy because it's the weekend and the holiday. So you probably will get it Wednesday. And I'm like, it's my shit. I want now. Call JG Wentworth. Damn it. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll wait an hour and a half. Because the problem is it's like a 20-minute drive home. So I'm not going to drive home, sit on my butt for like 20 minutes and then drive back. So I'm like, oh, okay, I went to Walmart. I went and got lunch. I just kind of sat around in my car, whatever. So 12 o'clock rolls around. Okay, they finally get, the kids are done. I got to wait for them to clear out. By the time they get it down and they're ready to put it in my car, it's like 12:30, right? I'm like, I was hoping to be done by now. I haven't even started. It don't fit in the car. The box dimensions on the internet were off by like 6 inches. I knew it wouldn't fit lengthwise. I knew it'd be sticking out of the back of the car. That's fine. Just bungee cord the hatch down. Good enough, whatever. But it was too wide by like 6 inches. The internet lied to me. I don't know why the internet would lie to me. I didn't know the internet could lie to you. Apparently it can. That's news to me. So I'm like, shit. I've already bought it. It's sitting out front of the Home Depot. What am I going to do now? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to rent the van. Okay. So I go to rent the van. And I go in and I'm like, hey, I would like to rent one of your vans. They are all beat to shit. I will like to take one so I can go bring this box home and then I will bring it back. And they're like, cool. We need your driver's license, your insurance. I'm like, okay. Here's my driver's license. Whose car did I take to go pick it up? My wife's car. I don't own the insurance on my wife's car. It's not in my name. It's in her name. So I'm gonna call my wife. Like, okay, go out to my car. Go take a picture of my insurance so I have my numbers and stuff. And then, so I give it to them. Finally get it. I get it home. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I finally get it home. Right? We bring it home. First thing, I have to drop it off. I only have an hour, so I drive home, cut the box open, throw everything out the back of my driveway. I'm like, okay, wife, Monica, bring everything to the back. I'm going to go bring the car back. Bring it back to Home Depot, get in my wife's car, bring it home. Hey, we're finally home. We finally have the shed at home. Might as well start building it. and then we just built it. I didn't plan on building it today. I did not plan on building it today, but it's like, it's not 100% done. You can see we don't have the windows in. And I do have to do some like shimming and level it a bit. The pad that I DIY'd myself is level enough, but there's a few low spots. So what I'm gonna do is just get like one of those shimming kits or whatever, because I'm not gonna make shim, I'm too lazy. I could 3D print it, I don't care. I'm gonna go buy the wood shim that people use for doors. I'm just gonna go shim it and then get some low density expansion foam and just underneath it, and that'll level it. But yeah, so now I have a shed. So that means on like Tuesday, I can bring stuff out of the garage and put it out there, which means streams this week on Twitch are gonna be building a workshop. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. That will be fun. So Abe Lincoln said the internet never dies. So what are we gonna build? What are we building? What ribbit are we building? We're building this guy. I am printing a Astromech. I have no idea how long this project will take. It will be random videos whenever they get done. If I get it done, I get it done. That'll be cool. I'm hoping to get it done. Hoping to. I finished the Gundam. So the plan is, this is a big project. So we're gonna start off with a little teaser. And this is the little teaser. I wanna build this little guy. This is part of the files from Michael Baddeley. You sub to his Patreon for like $5 and you get access to a ton of Star Wars files, like a lot of Astromech stuff. But this is one of the little files, okay? It's called Tito, T3D0. So this is Tito. So it's just a little droid. It's super simple. It's all 3D printed. Even the drivetrain is 3D printed. Generally an Astromech. Yeah, that's what I figure. I figure print it, work on it over the summer. I'll talk about it when I do videos on it when we get to it. But basically the goal of it is I want it to drive and spin the head and beep. Anything beyond that, we'll figure it out when we get to it. But like, I know there's all these really cool kits of electronics you can buy for Astromech droids and everything. A lot of them are expensive. A lot of them are from like the UK and whatnot, and shipping is annoying. So it's like, how can we do this as cheaply and as scuffed as possible? So that's going to be kind of the goal for the Astromech, is how can we do this cheaply and scuffly? Also, I'm realizing I have like the wrong delay set up. So I have like a 20-second delay right now. Sorry, guys. Okay. Cutting features. Well, I'm doing an R6. I'm not doing an R2. It's not going to be a screen accurate R6 to anything. I'm doing a fully custom droid, own theming, whatever. So I can get away with that stuff. That's why you don't do screen accurate. Screen accurate's annoying. So anyway, so we got to print parts for the Tito. So let me pull up the files here, because I have a little manual here. So what we have to do today is get some of the parts printing, and then we got to build the bomb. I ordered the parts I think I needed to order. We need to build the bomb with the rest of the stuff. We're not building a bomb, we're building the bomb. BOM, bill of materials. We're building the gubbins that we need so that when I go to build it, I have it all on hand. Okay, so this is Tito. Look at him, he's a little robot. It's not a lot of parts. So the plan is to print him, or it. I'm gonna use blue and dark gray, because that's what I have for colors for Panachroma. Or correction, Fiberon ASA. So this is also a test of this ASA CF08 filament from Polymaker to see if I'm happy with it, because I have a bunch of it that I'm gonna try and use to print the parts for the stealth changer. So that's that. So I already have a pile of boxes building up. RPI Pico. What about RPI Pico? So the plan with this guy is to build it as is, but it would be kind of fun to put like an RPI in it and have it like follow you around or something, because it's 5 volts and it's all servos. This says dark gray. That is very dark gray. And then I think the other one is bleu. Yeah, navy bleu. was hoping it'd be a little lighter. I was hoping there would be more of a dichotomy between these two. I was hoping this would be a little lighter. That's okay. I don't know. I find these Fiberon boxes look really nice. You know, the same box as everyone else, they're just black, but. Okay. So printing the parts for this is pretty simple. So, Fruitman ASA, Core 1, 3 models, Astromech, Tito, STLs. So there's head, body, legs. So, body, shoulder. So I need to figure out what parts need to be. So that needs to be blue, I believe. So anything that's red, I need to print in blue. So that, because when it comes to labeling stuff, of course there's no okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so that's a main body color. That's an accent color. That's a main body color. That's an accent color. I think that's all main body color stuff, yeah. I think that's... So with the head, only that, I think, is... Yeah, only that blue, that one red plate. Do I need to do a layer change on this? How does that work? Or is it painted? I'm assuming it's painted. Oop. Ah. That's not what I meant to open. 1 second here. They've already updated the packaging for future stock. Okay. Yeah. See, this says Panchroma PLA. Whereas this one just says Panchroma. So yeah. So yeah. So am I gonna have to paint that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to paint that or something. That's a bit annoying. I mean, I could print it on the XL and do... I could print it on the XL. I'll print it on the XL and just do it a multi-material print. That is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So that's an accent color, and then we have a bunch of accent colors for the wheels. So that I got to print on the XL. Okay, STLs, legs. Okay, so that we need to print. That's going to be a main color. That needs to be TPU. That's going to be a main color. 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 That's an accent. That's an accent. I think that's all main color. Yeah, that's all main color for that leg. So just the gears. Okay. So that we need to print, 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 that. Okay. So basically just that stuff. Everything else can be in just gray. So. Oop. Yeah. Yeah, because that piece, those 3 pieces. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then the front piece for the head, which I'm going to have to print with multicolor. That's going to be fun. The amount to be post-processed and painted. I know they are, but I don't want to. I just want it. It's just going to be raw filament, and I'll just do the head. I kind of like it's ASA, it's carbon fiber ASA, so you get that bit of a matte finish. So I think it'd be kind of cool to just leave it as is. And then if I do want to paint it later, I can. Like, because you do have a little bit of that. So there is stuff you can paint, but I'm just going to print it as is and just kind of, it's just a little thing for the little guy to play around with, I think. Because it's a pretty simple build. There really isn't much to it. So. Oop, wrong camera. Okay. So we got ASA. Print settings. We will do 3 walls. 4 top, 5 bottom, 15% infill. And that is 80 grams of filament. So we got plenty of filament. We will paint it now. Never. I'm going to throw a garbage bag over my XL. Do it that way. Okay, let's load some of this into... what are we going to print this on? Let's print this on the Mark IV S. So I can have the Core 1, 2 print. Yeah, so let's do this on the Mark IV S. Or the Mark IV. Mark IV with input shaper transfer. Because I haven't actually done a lot of fancy printing on this printer yet, since I rebuilt it. And I want to. Plus I have the other Core 1 with a diamond back on it that I'd rather use for the bigger stuff. I am looking forward to getting the other side of the garage set up. That's gonna be fun. Throw a garbage jacket. That's how I was able to live with my ex-wife. Funny joke. Oh my God, is this wet? It's just... Should I run this through the dryer before I even print with it? Why does this seem wet? That is brittle as heck. That is brittle as heck. I'm a little concerned now. Shoot. Doubt dried out. Yeah, I'm about to now, I guess. Like, can I? Yeah, I can't even put it through that. Yeah. How's this guy? Yep. Okay, we're gonna dry both these. I guess we're not printing with this stuff. I'm gonna throw this in my dryer. Did that break? That broke. Oh my God, this is so fragile. I'm wasting half my filament breaking it. My blue tape. Yeah, CFASA, but it's only 8% CF. Shouldn't be that brittle. Okay, so much for printing this, because this is wet AF. So on the bright side, my dryer has room for multiple spools, so I can just throw these on top. On the downside, that is super disappointing. I did not want to be doing this. I want it to be printing. I want it to be printing, dang it. When was it packed? I'm assuming relatively recently. This is a relatively new product. Doubt it's rotten plastic. I think it's just wet. Well, that's a bit annoying. That is a bit annoying. I mean, I could print it in copolyester, but I want to use the ASA. Spice King, do a pot. Yeah, I can. It's the same layer. Same layer. I'll just do it on the XL with a brim. It's a pretty low print, so I'm not super concerned. So I guess on to the next part of Tito is building the bomb, because we ain't printing, because unfortunately that ain't in condition to print. So I guess we ain't printing tonight. Don't use cope. Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I'm gonna use what I actually plan to use. Okay, so let's pull up the bomb for Tito. So here is the bill of materials for Tito. It's relatively simple. A lot of it is M3 stuff, which I have. I did have to buy some stuff. So first thing was FS90R servos, which are these guys, I believe. Don't cope and use cope. So these are what drives it. These are just FS90R. They're continuous servos. So that means they're servos that can do one. They can do a full 360. They just go around and around and around. So we got two of those. It recommend. So it's like MG90 servos, and then they're like, use MG92B if you can, because they're stronger. I bought like 8 of these for the cost of one MG92. So we're going to use the MG90s because they're cheap. So we need 2 of these. Behold, MG90s. These are for the head to look this way and that way. These are for the drivetrain. So these are the servos. They're a little moist in there, but that's the servos. Bearings. This was annoying. Having to buy this was so annoying because these are 683 bearings. Okay, these are 683 bearings. I have probably 50 683 bearings. F683 bearings. These are the non-flanged ones. And I need 683. I need 6 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it shouldn't be that brittle with 8% CF. It's probably wet. So yeah, I have, you know, tons of these bearings, but they're all flanged. Or is it 683? Yeah, 683. Or sorry, I have 623. That's what it is, 623. Well, I have 683s. So I got those. Hopefully, were those the right one? Where did I put the bag? Did I throw it out already? Yeah, 683 2RS. 683, yeah. Well, it says 683 ZZ. I have 683 2RS. Let it dry for 6. Yeah, I just threw it in my big dryer at 70 for however long. Actually, turn it up. There we go. Okay, the fact that I can turn the dial beyond 70, but it only goes up to 70. Yeah. Battery. Say hello to the... I thought this said GeoCities for a second. This is the battery that I'm using to power my Ribbit. It only runs on 5 volts because all these servos are 5 volts and everything. So we have the battery. It's a 4.8 volt, 2400 milliamp hour battery. Yeah. And then it comes with the wonderful USB charger. So there we go. So that's how we power our robot. Other electronics. Excuse me while I rip something out of a plane. Oh, that's falling. There we go. We got a Fly Sky receiver and a Fly Sky controller that I already have from Death Racers. So, burp, 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 burp. And this makes it go beep boop. And now screws. Right in the pressure cooker. Fun fact, fun fish fact. The Vision Miner Peck filament, like Peak and Peck and whatnot. Because Joel has a Vision Miner 22, right? 3D printer has a... You want to know how they dry that filament? You put the filament on the bed of the printer at like oven temperature. You basically turn the printer into an oven and you leave the filament on the bed of the printer for like a weekend. And then you take that spool with your oven gloves and you put it in a vacuum. You actually have like a vacuum that you draw the air out. You put it in a vacuum for a couple days and that just draws all the moisture out. So a very technical, yes. This sends the beep beeps and this does the boop boop. Okay, what else do I need? I need there was another bearing, a 625. That I've got plenty of. So we will go with let's go with this one right here. That one seems good. Okay. So we got the servo. We got these bearings. We got these bearings. Got that bearing. Got those servos. Cable ties, I got that. And the battery. Oh, I need to make up like a JST to, because this is, I need to make a connector up so that, because this plugs into, I don't know, one of these to give it power. Yeah. I can never remember which one's which. Yeah. So negatives on the bottom. Yeah. So this gives you power. So this powers this, and then the power comes out of this to power all your servos. So we can actually probably play around with this in a bit. So let me get the screws all made up here. Look at that go. It looks so good until you look at it from overhead and you see how much oozing's going on because the filament's wet. And I really should have let it dry for like a full day instead of just YOLOing it, because it's just pooping all over, just little it all falls off. Like, if there's nothing holding it on, it just falls right off. But it looks like poop everywhere. It's annoying. New here. What printers do I have? Yes. In this garage, I'm in my garage, I have a Venture XL, which is printing right now. It's on the other side of this wall of printers that you see right here, my shelf. So that's a Venture XL. It's a Physek 600 millimeter. It's basically a 600 millimeter Voron V2. Different frame, different gubbins, but it's essentially a big Voron. In the garage on that shelf, we have a Core 1 Mark IV in an enclosure. We have a Voron V2.4. I have another Voron V2.4 on the ground right now. It's partially disassembled because we're turning into a stealth changer, which is like a tool changing Voron essentially. We got a Pantheon HS3 that Pantheon sent over. We have a Seabor Trident that's heavily modified with a tube. VZBot 330, Magneto X I need to get rid of, an FL Sun Delta I need to get rid of, and then in the basement we have some more Perusas and Vorons. So, yeah. Without a cup holder is a beta product. That is very true. That does not look like Uncle Jesse at all. Is it even supposed to be Uncle Jesse, or is that supposed to be Sam Prentice? Or in an Uncle Messi shirt? AI, man. AI. Ugh. I used it for a little bit to make some thumbnails, and I've like, nope, never again. I'm done. I'm not using AI for stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it. I need M3s. Where's my M3 screws? You're M2.5. It's all my M3s. Do I need to stock up on M3s? Am I running low on M3s? Oh, no, here we go. M3s. And are you M3s? You're M3s. No, you're M4s. I'm running low on M3s. Holy Nikes, I am running low on M3s. Because I need 10 of these, and I've got 2. I mean, I can go with button heads. Go with button heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. M310. M3 nuts times 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. M325. How many of those do I need? 2. M320. I need 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. M3 square nuts times 6. Balatro. I have Balatro. I bought it and I haven't played it yet, but I do have it. I do have Balatro. But I got a feeling it's one of those things that if I start playing, I'll just get sucked in. And I'm like super paranoid of games like that lately. Okay, I had a whole thing of M3 square nuts. And I don't know where I put them now. And I'm a little paranoid. Where did I put them? Nuts. No. No. I had a whole baggie of them. Where did I put them? I got 1 square nut. Did I dump the bag in here? Don't tell me I gotta go rip a Prusa apart. I had them in a baggie. Where did I put them? Oh, here we go. Misc nuts. They're in the misc nut drawer. So M3 square nuts. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. M3 square nuts. 110 of them. Why do I have so many of them? Oh. Oh, I think these are like meant to be the slide-in ones. Oh well. Well, I got them. Okay. And then the D's drawer. Funny joke. Okay, square nuts, bearing, M3, 5. How many do I need? M3, 5, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, M3, 15. 3. I got M3, 16. 1, 2, 3. And then that. Cool. So I just need to print the parts now and I can build this robot. So let's make a connector here, because this is a JST. Do I have the other half of this connector somewhere? I mean, I might just cut it for a microfit and put a microfit on. I might just do that. I might just swap it to a microfit, because I have microfits. So we'll do that. So we'll put a microfit on. Because why not? We have a coach in school at work named Coach D's. I would not. Oh my god! You know what's hilarious? When I was in the CF, when you logged into the computers, you were able to like look up everyone's email address that had an official D&D email account. So of course you look stuff up. In the Canadian Forces, there is a Corporal Payne. There's also a Major Payne. There's quite a few interesting names out there. Yeah. There's quite a few of them that have, oh wait, I might actually have this connector. Okay, that's the female end. Where's the male end? Oh, I do have this connector. Okay, I do have this connector. Sweet. Never mind with the microfits. I do have this connector. Sweet. Okay. We need some wire here. For all the super high voltage that we're going to be feeding through this, all the amps. What is this? 20 gauge? That'll work. What is this? I mean, it's 5 volts. 24 gauge. Do I have 20 gauge? I'd rather do a little bit thicker than 24 gauge. 24 gauge again. Should have thicker wire somewhere. I don't think it matters, I'll be honest. I don't really think it matters too much. But if you got it, you got it, right? You might as well use... Let me go run downstairs and grab my bigger wire. Let me go get my slightly thicker wire. Here. Give you guys something to watch. You guys can watch the big printer. Corporal suck up. No, I couldn't find a Bloggins though. That was annoying. Where is my wire? Down here. Look at all my different lengths of wire. Oh, this is much too thick. Okay, that's all too thick. That's all too thick. Okay, maybe we're gonna go with 24. That's all too thick. That's what she said. Yeah, we'll go with 24. I mean, should be fine. I don't foresee. Let's see what do you got in here. What's this for? Where's this go? What feeds that? You're too thin. You're too thin. Okay, 24 it is. I mean, I highly doubt. I'm just trying to figure out. I had 20 gauge. I had a whole thing of 20 gauge wire, and I don't know where it went. Where's the 20 gauge stuff? That's 14. That's 14. Oh my God, that's a lot of servos. Why did I buy servos? I have so many servos in here. Why did I buy servos? I have so many servos. Oh well. That is disappointing. What are you? My eyes suck, so I can't read this. Oh well. Okay, 24 gauge it is. Unless I have something bigger in here. Don't know where it's at. I had the right stuff I was looking for a minute ago, and I don't know where I put it. Ever? In here. Haha. Haha. No. No. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown out all that wire that I threw out the other day. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have thrown out all that wire that I threw out a little while ago. Like I went through and just cleared out a bunch of just like wire I had that was just collecting dust, like, yeah. Dang it. I mean, I can rip the power wires off an A-net. Is that safe? Can I do that? Should I rip the power wires off an A-net? I mean, I'll be honest, I highly doubt 5 volts is really pushing enough juice. 24 gauge is probably fine. We'll go with 24 gauge. We'll be fine. I highly doubt this is going to be pushing the that much juice down the tube that it will be a concern. Oh, wait. Ah, there it is. I do have some thicker stuff. There we go. 20 gauge. I knew I had some, I just didn't know where. Okay, this doesn't have to be that long. I'm gonna make it longer than I need to, and I'll trim it to size later, because we're gonna do some experimenting tonight. We're gonna see if it actually kind of works. Should probably charge this. You have a drawer with wires of assorted lengths? Me too. Okay, so that, and then we just plug this in. Input 5 volts, output 4.8 volt. Okay. Neat. You got, oh, yep, you do have it. Cool. Okay, that's charging. Cool. What we're going to do is we're going to hook up the servos and see if it does anything. I do a lot of, and those night cods won't be close. Oh, we're not flying a drone with those. Although, it would be kind of funny to see how this drivetrain works, because this is a very simple 3D printed drivetrain. It would be kind of cool to see how much torque we have if I can, like, use this standalone body as, like, a tank chassis and make it, like, a little, fun little toy tank. Kind of like how the Death Racers are Star Wars droids that have been modified. It'd be kind of funny to see what we can do with this. Like, I do have 2S batteries that I could run this on. I could run this on 2S. Donut Cat, 30 months. Cheers and appreciated. Remember, if you haven't yet, don't forget to enter for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. Link in the video description. Enter below. While you're down there, if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. That way, other people could hang out when we do cool member stuff. You get videos early and all that fun jazz. You want to be cool, right? Shoot, I don't know which one's positive and which one's negative. I should probably not crimp that on yet. Or put that in yet. Like, I could run this on lipos, but I'm running this off of exactly what it recommends. Because also think about it too, if you're running it on lipos, that means you need lipo chargers. This battery that I'm using was like 20 bucks and it came with the charger. You're not getting lipos and the charger for 20 bucks. So. Okay, so looking at this, negative, positive signal. So I'm assuming the bottom row is negative, and then positive is the middle. So we get the worst connectors in the world, DuPonts. And here's the trick, guys. Here is the trick. Okay. Use a 3-pin. Okay. Jeez, are these all double stack? Okay. Use a 3-pin. Because the positive's in the middle. So that way, if you use a 2-pin, you could accidentally put it in upside down. And that would be bad. If you use a 3-pin, worst case scenario, you just, your ground's not hooked up. You just switch it around. So, yeah. At least I'm pretty sure putting negative to positive and negative to signal hopefully doesn't damage anything. But I have no idea. Because I haven't actually done it on purpose to find out. So, yeah, DuPonts are annoying. Because the connector on a DuPont, on most, like on a JST, when you crimp it, it does this. Okay? So you put your wire through here, and when you crimp it, it goes like that. Okay? On a JST, they do like this. Okay? They like fold over, and they always end up all fucked up. Always end up messed up. They never work. It never works. Okay, so we need to do negatives here. It never works. So remember, you crimp it twice. The first one crimps onto the bare wire, and that makes your connection. And then the second one, that never crimps right, connects to the wire. That made a noise. Everything good? Okay. I'm paranoid. That print's been going on for a day now, and it'll be done around noon tomorrow. And it's like, I do not want it failing. Because it's like, that's a lot of filament that I would waste if it failed. Also, I can never get these to actually go in there. Stupid. Get in there and lock, dang it. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's one locked. Annoying. Crimping ain't easy. I should have worn my Crimping ain't easy shirt today. You can get one yourself. Link in the video description. Check out the merch store. Instead, I'm wearing my super awesome Laser Pig shirt. Okay, that one just went right in. Okay. So actually, I need to uncharge my battery here. That charged very quick. So quick. It's fully charged. Probably not. Okay, so which one's positive, which one's negative? Okay, so positive is that end. Assuming barb up. Yeah, barb up. Negative. There we go. Okay. That goes that. We have an LED. Okay. Cool. So now we can actually plug stuff in. So how do I set up tank controls on this? So power on. So, okay. Menu. System. Model select. Okay, model 1. Type select. Airplane, fixed, variable, swash. Airplane or glider. Airplane or glider. RX setup. Okay. Choose sensors. Trainer mode, student mode, stick mode. Do I need mode 2? I mean, wait a minute. Haha. No, from RC perspective, you'll need a transmitter in tank mode for the 2 channels, 1, 2. Typically, this is done with the settings shown in the instructions or through mixing. Okay. So mode 3. Okay, so mode 3, we have 1, 2. Okay, so okay. Okay, so we're in mode 2. No, I want mode 3. Or more, yeah, mode 3, because that's channel 1, channel 2. Okay. Okay, so you hit cancel. You hold cancel to save it. No, that ain't right. Okay, so we're mode 3. Stick mode. RX setup. Function setup. Mixes. There we go. So mix 1. Okay, so mix 1 is on. Channel 1, channel 2. Positive mix 100. Okay, negative mix 100. Okay. And then mix 2 is on. This one is, master is channel 1. Slave is channel, okay, there we go. And this one is negative 100%. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. So mixes that, channel is that, combined with that. Channel 2 is master, channel 1 is slave. Okay. So that means this gives us our drive forward, turn left, turn right. So there's your driving. And then this one is the head. So look up, down, and look left, right. Okay, because these are independent. So let's actually hook stuff up to this and see if it works. Why not? So mix 1 and 2 are the continuous servos. So, which one is on the servos? Which one is signal? Is it brown or yellow? Is it brown or yellow is signal on servos? I can never remember. Is it brown or yellow? Servo wire colors. Ground is brown. Okay, signal is orange. Signal is orange. Signal is orange. According to the internet. Okay. The internet is always right. So signal is orange. So channel 1. Okay. Channel 2. That print looks impressive. Which one? The dome. These are greasy. Why are these greasy? I mean, I guess it's kind of good they're greasy. It means it's not going to rust on you. Okay. Okay. So now we give it some juice and hope nothing electrocutes. It's all on camera, so if it sparks, at least we get content, right? Okay. So, I don't know the. Oh, okay, this is drive. So forward. So this is look around, and this is drive. Turn off your receiver first. Okay, nanny. No, that's not what I want. Where is model select? No. Type select? No. Model copy? No. Arc setup. Stick mode. There you go. So why is this channel 1, channel 2, but it's this side? Why are these reversed? It's mode 2. It's still doing that. And this one's not working. Okay, what's going on here? This guy ain't working at all. Can you hot swap these? Maybe. Yeah. Try a different one. Don't ask me, I stick to the good radios. I already had this. We're building a budget droid. I don't think we need to go spending hundreds and thousands on a controller. There we go. Okay, that's a bad servo. But this is working. They're all working. Like, so. No, they're all gonna fall over, but like. That actually works pretty good. I don't know why I can't flip these two around, but I don't know what. I don't know. These are continuous servos, which are a thing apparently. So, okay, so it works. It works. We have our receiver works, our servos work. Yeah, sweet. We're gonna need you. We're gonna need you. Where's that bad servo? This one's bad. I'm just gonna wrap it with tape so I know it's bad. Mode 4 instead of mode 3? Maybe. I mean, it's not a big deal if, you know, I'm okay if this moves you and this moves the head around, and or if this moves you and this moves the head around. I mean, I gotta... Wow, this is Murph 2022. I think I gotta, like, loosen it in a screw or something. I mean, actually, it's kind of nice, because this, it reverses to 0. So I guess this would make sense to drive around, and then this one... Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense, because if it's a tank, you want it when you have your thumb off to just stop. And this looks around, so you can, like, look up and it'll hold, look down, look left, look right. So... Let's take a look. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Sweet. So I can build that. If I get all the parts printed, we might build it on a Twitch stream or something and film it and make it a video. It's mode 3 or 4 with throttle on the left. I was in mode 3. Like... Yeah. I don't know why it does that. So... Stick mode. Yeah, I'm in mode 3. Like, I am in mode 3 with channel 1 and channel 2 on this side. And channel 3 and 4 on this side. Like, I am in mode 3. Type select. It's set for model, airplane, or helicopter. RX setup, RX battery, fail-safe, sensorless. Trainer mode, student mode, stick mode, firmware version, firmware update, factory. Yeah. I mean, I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned. You can open up the TX. Yeah, I'm honestly not too concerned. I'll just drive with the right and look around with the left. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But in terms of cost, I think I had to buy the battery, the servos, which honestly, I didn't need to buy the servos. I had servos of the same type already from the Death Racer. They're not MG90S, they're like the same kind of servo, but a different spec. So I could have not bought these servos, maybe, but I did anyways. And then I bought the battery, I had the screws, and I had to buy one of the bearings. So this whole thing has cost me like 60 bucks. I think. And it'll be a fun little build. It'll be a fun little build, I think. I just need to have the filament not be sopping wet, apparently, so I can print it. I need to find filament for the tank treads. Let me go downstairs and see if I have blue or black TPU. Here, let me give you guys something to watch. I gotta dry off the filament for the tank treads. There you go. You can watch that. That is coming along so damn good. I'm right-handed, but I'm used to, you know, first-person shooters. You move your body with your left and you aim with your right. I think I have blue TPU. That would be nice if I had blue TPU. I have blue TPU. I do have blue TPU. Heck yeah. TPU 95, that'll work perfectly. So this can go in the dryer. I'm assuming you dry TPU on a pretty low mode. I'm assuming you're not drying TPU on like the highest setting on one of these. Yeah, Polymaker TPU 95. That'll work good for the treads because the treads, let's see here. How do you out of bed? Out of bed. How do you out of bed, Bruce? Where's the out of bed button? Oh, is this one? No. And what you do? You open a new instance. F it. Okay, poly dryer, lowest setting, 6 hours. Go. Okay, so I don't know, flex TPU 95. There we go. TPU 95 structural. So you need to print 2 of these. I don't think you can fit 2 of these on the same bed. Oh, you can, but we're not going to. We're going to print 1 at a time. This is the tread. So that's, oh, it's only 16 grams. Yeah, it doesn't use a lot of filament. There we go. There's no point trying to print infill with this. There we go. Yeah, so it's only 20 grams of filament. So use the second level dryer. Okay. You cannot change the level if you pause it. Turn off. Turn on. Okay. Drying. I am looking forward to building this. I am looking forward to this build now. We got our servos. We got our gubbins for the servos. I'm so looking forward to this build. This will be a fun little video. This will probably be next weekend's video on the channel. We might build it on Twitch. I might build it on Twitch. We'll see. Let me charge the battery. That's nice and charged. And then we got all our screws. Like there's surprisingly little for this. You got a receiver, you got some servos, you got a battery. This is extra stuff, and a receiver. That's a surprisingly simple bomb. And it could probably be adapted if the tank treads work pretty cool. You could probably make it into like a little fun little tank. So that's my Twitch name, Nero3D on Twitch. So fun little side project stuff. Look at all the dribble that I gotta clean off. You want to know what works really good for the dribble? I'm going to shill it again. I'm going to shill it again. I don't care that I'm shilling it. Where is it? Where did I put it? There we go. This guy. The Big Tree Tech Panda Edge. This works so good for cleaning off like this kind of fluffy stuff because the filament's wet, so it's oozing. This, you just right up flush against your part and just go shit, and it cleans it right off. It's great. It's great. I love it. Okay, so that's that. That's that. I was really disappointed that the filament is soaking wet. So that's drying. That's drying. Ugh. What are we gonna do now? That ice cap's really good. What are we gonna do now? I mean, I kind of planned for it to be a short stream today. I have no idea what that is. I gotta go through my drawers one day. Also makes a good gasket scraper. Yeah. Yeah. Because the build for this is surprisingly easy. It's mostly, I gotta print that little gubbin thing out of like black or something. Three outer walls and 15% infill, yeah. I love this. Printing slow can help with TPU. Loosen the tension on the extruder. Oh yeah, don't forget to enter for the filament. And remember, while you're entering for the filament, scroll down, everyone. Everyone right now, we're gonna do a class activity, okay? Grab your mouse. You're gonna go down with the wheel, or up with the wheel if you're one of those people that likes to run inverted. You're gonna go down with the wheel, and you're gonna enter the contest. But while you're moving your mouse over to click the link to enter the contest, there's a thing that looks like this. Click it, and it'll be highlighted. Do that, and then make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, ring the bell. Don't want to forget that stuff. It's important, very important. I did look for pop bottles today, by the way. I was hoping to make some more filament, but I don't have any pop bottles to make filament with, so yeah. And by the way, we were going to take apart the Tallboy, take the tool head off Tallboy, get it ready for thing, but I kind of already did that because I went down a rabbit hole with the Venture XL the other night. I had the extruder break on it, okay? I figured out why we were breaking tensioning arms on the Venture XL. One of the heat sets wasn't in all the way. So what ended up happening was it was like putting too much friction on it, like too much force. So when you went to click it over, it was also pushing against that heat set that wasn't all the way, and it was snapping it. So it was either print the part or swap out the extruder on the Venture XL, right? And I was like, you know what? I've got like 2 Galileos. I've got one just literally sitting here already out of the printer, and then I have the Galileo in Tallboy that is coming out anyways because it's getting converted to ant head extruders with orbiters and mini tubes to be a stealth changer. So I'm like, hey, I'll take the one out of Tallboy, right? Where is it? Yeah, it's already red. It's already red. It would match the Venture XL. So, hey, we'll swap it out. We'll swap the Clockwork 2 that's in the Venture XL to Galileo 2, right? It's a better extruder, right? Bigger gears, bigger gear, more betterer. There goes an hour and a half of my life. Okay, so what ended up happening was, story time. At first I'm like, okay, well, you know, the drag chain, the chain mount's a little different, but you know what? That's okay. I can make it work. I can make it work, right? It'll work. Okay. The whole pattern is the same. So all I have to do is get a new PTFE tube, print a new fan, a new shroud, because the shroud that I have already doesn't have a fan on it, and I want an active fan. So I'll print a new shroud. So I printed a new shroud, or I started printing a new shroud. You'll see why in a minute. So I'll print a new shroud that has the fan in there. And then, yeah, so I took the tool head on the Venture XL completely apart. Okay. And I went to go put this in. And the first thing I did was to go, so I take it all apart. I start getting stuff ready to print. I'm ready to go. You see on this, you got this screw and you got this screw. This is where your board mounts, right? It's the same mount pattern on pretty much all stealth burners, right? This is a known pattern. And the screw pattern on this guy is the same as the screw pattern on the Venture XL. The thing is, though, on these boards, okay, this has an itty bitty standoff built into it, but it doesn't matter, it still clears, okay? And on the Nighthawk, you print a spacer. Or actually, I don't even think you need to, because this has the spacer built into it, essentially. And this fits as well, right? So both of these boards work no problem in here. The Venture XL toolhead board that Physek has a built-in standoff. Like, it's press fit into the hole. It ain't coming out. I think it's actually soldered too. It's probably wave soldered on too. So I go to put it all back together and I get the board and it's like this. Like it's hitting this. It's not fitting because it sticks out way too far. Which means alignment would be, it's not like I could just, cut this off, because then the alignment with the front face where the pins line up there wouldn't work either. And yeah. So I eventually just broke down and I printed multiple of the latch arms. So if the latch arm breaks again, I could just put it back, replace it. So yeah, that was a, that was definitely a on the bus, off the bus event. If you've heard that term before, that was definitely an on the bus, off the bus event. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked. I was not happy with that. So, yeah. Oh shoot, I have it set for top chat, not live chat. Sorry. I have a ton of what? Oh, gamer subs? Yeah, get some gamer subs. I don't have gamer subs out here. Again, today has been a mess. Today has been a mess. I was hoping to like have time to sit down and edit the video for tomorrow, and I did not. What are my thoughts on 3i Atlas? What the heck is 3i Atlas? Oh, is that the comment? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let me get my tinfoil hat. I need my tinfoil hat for this. I need it. Are you ready? I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on, okay? Are you ready? It's a comet. It's an interstellar comet. That's it. It's an interstellar comet. That's it. It's not an alien ship or probe or anything like that. It's just an interstellar comet. There's nothing out there to say otherwise. Is a interstellar comet. I don't know. I seen like the whole 4chan thing where it's like, oh, it's emitted tritium or something, and it's a freaking, it's a spaceship. No, it's an interstellar comet. Simple as that. The world is a lot more boring. Curious what you think about the Voron switchwire and why would everyone would build one? Why not? The whole point of the Voron switchwire was reusing like hardware from like an Ender or some generic bed flinger that you have, adding some gubbins to it and making it a cool printer. Remember, the switchwire was designed in 2020. Okay, it was Max stuck in his basement because COVID, stuck at home, going, hey, let's make a fun printer. That's basically switchwire. So yeah, it was basically, let's have some fun, redesign some stuff, and let's see if we can make this work. Switchwire has some advantages over a traditional bed flinger. Very fast Z because it's belted. So now you have fast Z. So if you're printing something like an Eiffel Tower or any print with a lot of Z hops, you're going to save a lot of time. And it does add up. You'd be surprised how quickly on Z hop heavy prints, how much a couple fractions of a second add up over a couple thousand Z hops. So there's that. And then also you don't need to worry about lead screw wobble. There is no lead screw wobble with Core XZ. The problem is it's one of those things that it really only makes sense to do in niche DIY machines. There's a reason, like Creality tried making a Core XZ, and I think one other company tried to make one commercially. But the thing is, once you get to commercial scale, a lot of the reasons to go Core XZ kind of go away because of economies of scale. So, yeah. Last night I accidentally deleted my perfect F1 season and my sim was going 4 races and 4 races. I was not happy. Well, hey, if you got perfect seasons, that means you're that good at it. You can just do it again, right? You just do it again. Will the USA get the battleship out of storage to combat that UFO? Probably not. I'm pretty sure, like, is it the Missouri or the Iowa? The one that was like the last one to be decommissioned? It's decommissioned. They're not getting those things active anytime soon. They're rusted to shit. Like, there's certain parts of these things that need to like move often or they seize up, and a lot of it hasn't moved often and it's probably seized up. Also, battleships are just dumb. They're just, they don't make sense anymore. Their carriers have co-opted battleships. I'm exhausted. I am exhausted. I am eepy. How far into this print are we? How far into this print are we? I mean, I could see we're 61% in, but where are we on this guy? So let's look at the front. So let me see. So we are just starting the other 4 holes for the, there's the front. So we are right about there. So right about there. So that means soon we're going to start making the actual dome itself. So that's going to seal up, and then we start making the dome. And there is R6, the R6 dome. Woo! It's looking good, except for the fact, the only thing that I don't like is the fact that it's pooping everywhere. The filament that I'm using, it's Fiberon. You can see all the dribble. You can see the dribble, because it does this stupid, like, I don't know why it does such a long move right across. Like, I wish the moves were smaller, but it likes to do travels right across. And I'll just say it, Polymaker filament dried as soon as you take it out of the bag. It's not always dry. It is what it is. I was really hoping the Fiberon CF Petchy would be dry fresh out of the bag, but it wasn't. So I ran it in the dryer for like, you know, yesterday on the stream, we built the dryer and I ran it for like 2-3 hours, right? Whenever I put it in, okay, during the stream, till after the stream ended, we went out. I got up home around 7 o'clock at night, and I took it out, and I did a test print. I printed this benchy, okay? I printed this benchy, and the benchy looked pretty good. So I tweaked a few settings, and then I started printing this. I should have been smart and taken the spool and put it back in the dryer, because it pretty much only dried like the outer part of the spool. It didn't dry the soft moist center. So it's during these travels it's oozing, so it just oozes a bit and it falls off, and it like you're looking at it from the front, you could see that surface finish is pretty nice. So I'm not, you know, it's still fully usable. It's just I'm gonna have to do a little bit of shaving before I can also you guys want to see how I'm feeding this thing? Who's ready for the scuff? Who's ready for the scuff? Zoom out. Okay, so, because scuff is always good. So I can't wait till I get rid of all this stuff. All that's going in the shed. So I have the spool of filament on a bench over here. It's on a roller wheels, and I have a big block of steel in front of it to prevent it from being pulled off. Okay. And then it goes up and it goes through this Buddy 3D spool of filament that's empty. So it's just the plastic spool. So that feeds it up, and then it goes through this. This is a Prusa Mark IV filament guide, or it might be from a Mark III, that I glued to a bracket that I bolted to the frame, and then that feeds down to the tool head. So it goes up, over, and down, and it works really good. It's pulling the 3 kilogram spool no problem. So, but yeah, this solid, and it's not peeling up the magnet. It's not pulling the magnet up. I did print it with a 10mm brim on the inside and the outside. Am I on the right camera? I better be on the right camera. I'm on the right camera. Good. This is the projector hole. So it has a little projector. This is that like red blue hole. The eye mounts right here. And then you have the little LCDs come through there. And then you have something there. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool. If the dome surface finish is the same as this surface finish right here, I'll be really happy. Also, I am running a time lapse. So this printer will live in that corner. Once I get this all cleared out and I can get my freaking lawnmower out, this printer is gonna live in that corner. I'm gonna have a workbench here with the CNCs, the laser. Actually, I might put this in the middle and have the CNCs here and then the laser in the corner. I haven't figured it out yet. And then the plan is back here against the wall, maybe from about like the wall to about here, I want to have a sanding paint booth. So a paint booth with negative air. So I can sand in there, I can paint in there, and I can do that all in the garage. And then hopefully this will be like a little area in the winter I can come out here and work on stuff. I will have I gotta find another camera now. So I gotta get another HDMI capable camera because I'm using my mobile cam right now out here. But I do need to get another camera out here that I can put on a tripod so I can move it around to, or just on like a monopod so I can move it around. I might just use the GoPro, we'll see. I'm just using the GoPro right now for thing. But this is why I like cameras for this instead of like DSLRs, because I can do crazy punch-in zooms and it's still in focus. Look at that layer. Look at that layer quality. Wait. Look at the layers. Look at the layers. Look how good that looks. Let me actually look at it on the big monitor. Like, look at that. Okay, let's actually zoom out so you guys can. There we go. That's why I love these Canon Vixias. It really sucks. I check Facebook Marketplace. If you are looking for a good like generic overhead camera or camera that like you don't mind if it like were to fall because it didn't cost much, Canon Vixia. That's what these are. Because you can literally like just reach up and do a crash zoom right in. Like, look at that. Look at that. Like, it's only 1080p, but it's 60 FPS. Yeah, the colors aren't great. But I mean, like, they're cheap. They're lightweight. You can flip the monitor around so you can see what you're looking at. And you can do audio in on them, too. So. Such a massive printer. Yeah, it's 600 millimeters cube. The printer itself is about 3 feet. It's like 900 millimeters wide or something, or it's just under. It's a meter cube essentially. A battleship is basically a large floating artillery battery. Yes, however, Tomahawk cruise missiles exist, and you can launch them off anything, and they have a much longer range than cannons. You're according to YouTube featured. What does YouTube featured mean? I'm YouTube featured? I mean, we only have 184 people here, so it's not doing that much for the metrics being featured, but like the smash button, maybe that'll help. Everyone, only 100 people like the smash button, so everyone like the smash button, maybe that'll help. But what does YouTube featured mean? Con ops have gone. Oh, dude, I remember I was in the infantry from 08 to 2014. Canadian Forces, and we were still, you know, digging trenches to fight the Reds. Like, it's. I have a buddy who's still in, and it's like drones have changed so much, but we're not going to go down that. We'll save that kind of talk for Twitch. 700 on Facebook. Oh, for the Canon Vixia. Oh yeah, they're some of them are stupidly overpriced, but like Grant was telling me, he gets them for like $100. So. But electronic warfare, oh yeah, it's insane. Like, war has changed, as Solid Snake once said. As Old Snake said, war has changed. Ah. Grizzled. Oh, there we go. Has anyone got 100 million? SpaceX that begins moon and Mars surface cargo missions in 2028 and 2030 respectively. $100 million per metric ton to Mars, or 100,000 per kilogram to Mars. Shit. Okay, does anyone want to pitch in like $500,000 so we could send a Voron V0 to Mars? Is that, I mean, we could just send a Voron cube. That would be kind of cool. Send a Voron cube to Mars, just for shits and giggles. Opinion on the positron? It's a fun printer. I have one. I bring it when I go on vacations. I don't really use it a lot because, but it's a fun. I brought it on vacations and trips. It's if you have family, like for me, I bring it because, you know, I bring it to show family members who don't 3D print what you can do with 3D printing, kind of thing. Going to Mars. Jason, get your ass to Mars. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm actually going to be traveling in 2 weeks, roughly. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. It's looking, just heads up. So we got this weekend that we're in right now. Next weekend will be a normal weekend. The weekend after, so like the last weekend of October, there probably will not be a Friday or a Saturday stream. I will be traveling, most likely. Just a heads up. Can't really say much, but I will be traveling. Still kind of up in the air. And stuff hasn't been fully confirmed yet, but I may be traveling to see something cool. Maybe. I don't know, actually. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just making stuff up and I just don't want to see you guys anymore. That's a lie. That's a lie. I miss you guys. Who needs to establish a stable atmosphere? I mean, is the atmosphere here even stable? Come on. Oxygen? That shit's corrosive as hell. Send Matt Damon to Mars. Matt Damon. They should send the doll from Team America to Mars. Send the Matt Damon doll to Mars. Starship. Yep, Starship launch on Monday. I don't think I'll be able to stream it, but I do want to stream one. I still want to stream a launch one day. Bringing us all U1s for the holidays. I'm actually kind of regretting not taking up the offer. I'll admit it. I have a rule. I do not promote anything on Kickstarter from established companies. If you're an established company, you can promote it properly. Don't go through Kickstarter. I don't like seeing that, but it is what it is. But after seeing how everyone kind of likes it and the hype it's getting, I'm like, kind of wish I got one. So. Rapidly Venus forming Earth. I don't think we'll ever get that bad. I got a feeling like if we screwed up that much and we all die because, you know, planet don't like us no more, I got a feeling it would basically self-correct back to standard pretty quickly. I'm finally taking the Gundam parts off this bed that have been on here forever. I think I've used this as an example of a failed print enough. Stream a Starship launch from Florida. They don't launch them from Florida yet. I think next year they're going to try launching it from Florida. Because I think the pad at Florida is almost built, or like will be ready by next year. What kind of really sucks is after Monday's launch of Starship, if it does launch Monday, there won't be another Starship launch for like half a year. Because they got to get they got to finish all the testing with the V3 version of Starship and Booster. So they got to finish all the test articles, do all the testing for that. Then they got to certify pad B or pad 2, whatever they call it. Because right now they're launching everything out of pad 1. That's the one that has like it doesn't have a flame trench because they were dumb and they're like, we don't need a flame trench. And then they dug a 20-foot hole in the ground. They're like, shit, we need a flame trench. So they kind of half-assed a solution with the shower head. So they got to get pad 2 online. And part of that is all the testing with all like the ground service equipment. And that's going to take weeks and months. So hopefully the Starship launch goes good and we get some good views, because there's not going to be another one until next year. Lauren, gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. Remember, best way to support the channel, content I create, and the things I do is to become a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool like Lauren, gifting memberships to others. Not like the Earth. The thing is, Steve, the thing with the whole thing, it's not that the Earth has been hotter and colder in the past. That is true. Technically, we're still in an ice age right now. The issue is the change in temperature. It's like, yes, it has been much, much hotter in the past on Earth. It's also been much, much colder. But the changes from the hot to the cold usually take a long time, and things have time to adapt. Not this time. It's like do. So that's the problem. It's the rate of change that's the problem, not the fact that it is changing, because it's changing too fast for anything like outside of like, you know, Siberian steppe type volcanic eruption or, you know, asteroid hitting us to cause like that kind of change that quickly. It's almost like somebody's dumping a bunch of greenhouse gases in the sky. That's not good. That's not good. Oh yeah, and their static fire test site blew up. Yeah, that kind of also put a kink in the works. Just seeing if there's any 3D printing news we can go over, because we're probably going to end the stream in a little bit. I am exhausted. I did not plan on building a whole shed today. The whole plan was like, get the walls up, maybe the doors on, and get the bracing on so that it wouldn't fall apart. And then tomorrow we'd put the roof up. And then it's like, well, shit, let's just finish the roof, because it's like there's only 4 pieces for it. And then we put the roof up, and then it's like, okay, put in 800 screws to like hold the whole thing together. So yeah, look at my whip. Look at my whip here. Look at my whip. Look at this. Look at that whip. And that's my concrete pad. Look at my pad. It's mostly brick, because I literally just put a bunch of bricks down and then cemented over it. Also, I saw this guy the other day. This was 2 days ago in my backyard. Does somebody want to tell this guy he's a bit late? When will everyone give up their gas cars? Whenever electric vehicles get cheaper and better and easier to deal with than gas cars, or we just run out of gas. Gas we will eventually run out. At some point, either EVs will be more practical and economical than ICE vehicles, or we run out of ice or fuel for the ICE vehicles. One thing or the other is going to happen eventually. So. But yeah, so here's the garage from the front. Got beard here. So this printer will go over there. I got the Makara and the Milo. They'll probably stay over here, but I got to get a bigger bench. I might turn this bench into the sanding workbench. We'll see. And then I got the laser under here. I got to get the laser set back up. So this whole area will be like a little L-shaped work area. Hopefully the front will be all open. I'll put the bike in the shed when winter comes. And then I'll have a camera on like a monopod I can move around and set up for whatever. And then I'll put a monitor over there too so I can watch chat. Has the same shit. It took me 2 days to build it. It was 2 years ago. The handles and latch tend to rust over time. Oh, I bet. They're cheap, right? They're cheap. I can always, if the handle or oh no, I wire wheel it and spray paint it. It is what it is. Yeah, we got it up in, I think, about 6 hours. Me and the wifey. It was kind of I love my wife, but she's not tall. So putting the roof up and certain things was a bit annoying, but it wasn't that hard, honestly. You're not taking my ice car. Northern Alberta eats EV. Well, yeah, it's cold as shit up there. Like the cold temperature. Like certain EVs, like modern EVs, are a lot better than the older ones. Like the Leaf had issues because the battery didn't have temperature control systems built into it, so it kind of just overheated or froze in the winter or summer. The modern EVs are a bit better, but you still take range penalties in the winter. The thing is, majority of people don't live in the Arctic. It's like, not everyone needs to drive an F-150, okay? A lot of people want to drive an F-150, but the majority of people don't need to drive an F-150, right? Yeah, so like, for example, Brent, like I own a Chevy Crosstrek. I bought a 2024 Chevy Crosstrek, right? So, or Chevy, Subaru Crosstrek. So I live in Ontario, 2025 Crosstrek. It is the touring model. Block, you don't need to know where I live. Ooh, the price got up. I paid 32. It was sticker price 32 for mine. And I got it sunburnt orange. Heck yeah. Got my orange card. Sunblaze Pearl. So I paid 32 for mine. Okay. It's got auto cruise. So you set the cruise control. It stays, whatever speed you tell it to. And if there's a car in front of you, it'll slow down. It'll keep the distance too. And it's got cameras on it, so it stays in its lane. When I drove from my house to Maryland for 3D Printopia, about 90% of the driving, I did not have the foot on the gas or the brake. I just let the car deal with it. And I just kind of zoned out while I had a hand on the steering wheel. I don't need full self-driving. But like, the thing is, to get this car with all the features that it has, here, heated steering wheel, heated seats. I love heated steering wheels. It's awesome. Trust me. Like sat nav, built-in radio, all the fun modern, what do you expect in a modern car? To get an EV car with the same features, I'm looking at 50 grand. For the $18,000 price difference, I can buy a lot of gas. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's, yeah. What's my favorite multi-material solution right now? Tool changers. I have a Prusa XL. It is a tool changer. You cannot beat tool changers when it comes to multi-material printing. You can't. Like okay, aside from cost and complexity, they're harder to make and they cost more to get. But the moment you have a tool changer, everything else sucks. Everything else is slower and works worse. Like literally. There is no single nozzle multi-material solution that is better than a tool changer in terms of functionality. There isn't. Fight me. So. It's fun never. Yeah, and like you don't have to do oil changes anymore, and you don't go through brakes as much because you use the regenerative braking from the motors, so you don't use the brakes as much. Although you go through tires more because the vehicle's way more because EVs are heavy. So there's things you don't have to do with EV vehicles that you have to do with ICE and vice versa. Yeah. Winter range reduction. And here's the thing, like I love people, because when I worked at the tool shop, this is when EVs were starting to get popular. There are so many boomers that are like, oh, when you're, what do you do when you run out of gas on the side of the road? Like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, okay, I'm like in my 30s. I have never run out of gas in my life. I'm pretty sure checking your battery meter before heading out would be the same thing. Like they're like, oh, what if you're stuck in traffic and your car dies? I'm like, the same thing that happens if you're stuck in traffic and your car dies with a gas vehicle. Like, you're now stuck. Somebody's got to come get you. Yeah, okay, a gas car, somebody shows up with a tank of gas and you pour it in, and off you go. An EV, you got to wait for a truck to pick you up and move you, and then you can charge it. But still, I don't know about you, but when I get my car and it's like 30 kilometers to empty, I'm like, I'm not going to go drive to Toronto right now. I'm going to go risk getting stuck in traffic for 18 hours. Like, no. You just be smart. Like, this is a non-existent problem. Yes, people who rent or live in condos and they don't have, like, even for me, my neighbor across the street, a couple houses down, they have an EV, but their garage is kind of like mine. They have their garage set up for, like, stuff, so they can't park their car in the driveway. So they just literally have to, like, run the plug out under their garage door and plug in their car in their driveway every night. Like, but yeah, if you live in an apartment or a condo and you don't have a dedicated, you know, EV place, that sucks. When I was in China, EV chargers freaking everywhere. You go anywhere in China, it's everywhere has EV chargers. Every parking place, along the street, you have places to plug in your moped. Everywhere, they have EV chargers everywhere in China, so it's not a problem there. I'll be honest, as somebody who's been to China and who has been in a bunch of Chinese EVs and has saw them firsthand, I am totally down for a Chinese EV. I got no qualms about it. Why would I not? Oh no, a $30,000 EV car. Even cheaper maybe. Like, I mean, the battery tech's good. They stole all the good shit from Tesla. So, you know. I need a drink. Ooh, one second. I gotta take care of something. We gotta take care of something. Come on. Don't fall. Yeah, take care of this. 1 second. Quit floating up. I hate when it does that. No. Should probably flip it around, actually. That's what I should do. 1 second. Do I have gloves out here? I do have a glove. I don't trust this glove. Okay. Gotta flip my turkey around. There we go. What am I cooking? I'm not. I'm brining a turkey. Canadian Thanksgiving is this weekend. And I'm brining a turkey. Because I'm cooking. Thanksgiving's Monday, but I'm doing the turkey tomorrow because it's just me, the wife, and the little guy, and I'm going to do it on Sunday. And then Monday, I have turkey sandwiches. I forgot to buy bread. That's what I forgot. Forgot to buy bread. Yeah. Turkey. It's just a brine with, it's a salt, some cloves, or garlic cloves, or not garlic cloves, peppercorn, parsley. Like, it's your generic salt brine. A little bit of brown sugar, because fuck it. A little bit of, first you get the sugar, then you get the world. Oh, dang it, that's what I forgot to grab. That is, I can't believe how big this dome is. It's freaking huge. Turkey is toxic. No? Why would it be toxic? I eat like 2 turkeys a year. The US grid is insufficient. Yeah, good thing we're building all these massive AI data centers. I'm you plugging in your Model 3 is a drop in the bucket compared to that freaking chat jippity data center with 80 bazillion NVIDIA GPUs sucking down juice. How many kilograms of filament? For the dome, it's like 2.5 kilograms a day, 18 hours. The print's gonna finish tomorrow around 1:30, I think, and I started it last night around 9 p.m. EVs in cold climate. Yeah, but you gotta remember, Ditto, the majority of people don't live in cold climates. Turkey is delicious. And I do it on, let me see if I have pictures. Let me see if I have a picture. Turkey? Haha. This is normally how I do it. So I do it up on the rotisserie on my barbecue. So my grill has a rotisserie, right? So it has the back burner there. So you have the spigot that goes through it. So I think this was a year before. But I do an herb butter rub that under the skin, you separate the skin, you fill it with herb butter. Okay, and then you cover the whole thing with herb butter, and then you take a stick of butter and you shove it up its butt, and then you stick it on the pole, and you just let it do its thing for a while. Yeah, and then you collect all the drippings and you use that to make the gravy. So, yeah, works pretty good. Also, I go to Walmart and I buy the cheapest turkey I can get. That turkey was 20 bucks. Am I gonna build one of Mandic's War on PCs? I might. I might talk to Jason about, see if he wants to send me a kit. The thing is, I would have to rebuild one of my PCs I already have. And the thing is, like, I don't need to. Like, I don't know. It would be kind of a pain to like rebuild one of my PCs. It'd be cool to build like a new PC, but I don't need to build a new PC. So we'll see. I mean, I could build it for alt maybe, but I don't know. Also, all my PCs are MATX. All my computers are MATX, and that's a full-size ATX case. So, you know what I would love to do? Hi, Framework, send me a desktop. If Framework sends me a desktop, like just the hardware, not the case, I will design a 3D printed case for it. That would be fun to do. Or heck, even like the Framework motherboards from one of the laptops. That would be a fun desktop to build, because you can get really compact with that. But yeah, tried coconut oil instead of butter one year, was amazing. Ooh, John Paul, you have me tempted there. Normally I just do butter. I use non-salted butter and then I salt it. But yeah, I do the turkey. So we get a small bird, because again, it's just me, wife, a little guy. So we get a small bird. I do it on the rotisserie. And then I strip it meat. The carcass, I'll make turkey stock with it. And then I'll freeze the stock, and then I'll just use I'll freeze the turkey meat that I have left over and use it with the turkey stock and like rice noodles and make turkey soup and stuff like that over the next couple weeks. So. Gotta fry that bird. I would love to try frying a turkey one year. I don't have a turkey fryer. Yeah, I don't have a turkey fryer, so I can't. I would love to try smoking a turkey too, but I don't have a smoker, so. Deep fried turkey. Ooh, they stacked it. You gotta admit, that is cool. Like you just pick it up and you put it on. How big is the turkey? It's like I think it was like a 10-pound turkey, 10-pound bird or something. It's not a big turkey, not a big turkey. But usually, again, it's just me, my wife, and my 7-year-old son. We don't eat a lot. So we'll eat the turkey, and then the next day we'll make like turkey sandwiches or whatever. And then I just take the rest of the meat and I chop it up into small bits and I freeze it. And then I'll use it for like when I'm making turkey soup or something. Turducken. Ooh. Needs to make it more pointy. Oh, yeah. Let me pull up the video of deep frying turkey. Turkey gone wrong. Yeah. So when you deep fry a turkey, 2 things you should always do. Put the turkey in the pot and fill it with oil till you get to the level of oil that you need. And then you take the turkey out and then you heat up the oil. Don't just put a bunch of oil in the pot and then put the turkey in when it's at temperature and then you overfill the pot because you didn't realize how much volume the turkey takes. And now you got hot oil falling down onto the burner and then fireball. And also, you need to make sure that the turkey is dry, because if you have moisture, like water will bubble. Yeah. Here you go. We'll do the fire department one. This is always a good example. So like if it's a frozen turkey or if there's still water in it, yeah, see, so that's like overfilled and then boom. So what happens is you don't, yeah. So yeah, see it? Yeah, and then over the top, and then it hits the burner. Yeah, yeah. Oh, save it. Can you save it? Oh, looks like they saved it. But yeah, you gotta be careful. Like the fire departments always show you, like, yeah, and then you slowly lower it in, then what happens if you're too much, and then bing, bang, boom, fire. So yeah, you gotta be careful. My neighbor does it. My neighbor's done it a couple times, and he's never had an issue. As long as you do it smart. Oh yeah, turn the burner off when you do it. That's a good tip. Yeah, Adam. Turn the burner off. So get the oil to temperature, turn the burner off, put the bird in, make sure you didn't F up, and then turn the burner back on. So. Yeah, yeah. I've had fried turkey before, and yeah, it's really good. I'm getting to the point in this print where I'm starting to get paranoid. Like I keep checking the temps, making sure everything's stable. Probably should do a better PID. I should probably do a PID tune with the fan going. Because I PID tune it with the fan off, but still. It's getting there. It's getting there. Looks so good. Oh. And you know what the best part is? There's like 3 other parts I need to print that are like 4 times as tall as this piece combined. Like that's just the dome. That's just the dome. Like, that's this part here. That's this part. I still need to print all of this and the legs. So, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, this is the Tube Compact. It can do more flow. I have it capped right now to 45 millimeters cubed a second of flow. And it's actually not hitting that because there's not enough infill in here where it actually can stretch the legs long enough to hit that flow. So the highest flow, I think we're doing about 30 millimeters cubed a second of flow. I did drop it down from a 0.8 nozzle to a 0.6 as well. So I'm doing a 0.6 nozzle, 0.3 layer heights. I couldn't get the 0.8. I just couldn't get the 0.8 printing the way I wanted it. So I went to a 0.6. It's still a Diamondback, but yeah. How big is the dome there? I'll give you the actual dimensions because I have it loaded up here. So the dome itself is 465 by 465 by 313. So, yeah. I know a bunch of people who got like 500 millimeter rat rigs to print these droids. You can also print this out of like multiple pieces, but as somebody who's done a couple projects where you had to glue like, you know, the T-45 and the Mando suit and whatnot, it's a lot nicer when it's one piece. It's a lot nicer. Like, here, just put in perspective. Let's grab this guy. 3 models. Let's go down to the power armor. Where is the chest? Yeah. So this is the chest armor for the T-45 power armor. Other support. Tree, auto, organic. Go! Go, go, gadget, crashing camera. It's not doing it because I preset the affinity for the cores and I told it to use half the cores and I can, yeah, we're not freaking out anymore. I love the Chobi, the Chubi. You had it. How do you have a Tube? Tube compact. They're not. Well, they're. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of them right here. They're literally falling all over my desk. I gotta. If Luke saw the state of the tubes he gave me, he would probably not be impressed. Just have them lying all over my desk. I'm doing the 250 pieces for the body. You don't have 500. Yeah. But I mean, it's so much nicer to not have to deal with it. You just throw the parts up and off you go. It's pretty nice to not have to deal with it. You just print and then you don't have to worry about alignment. You don't have to worry about how things line up and filling all the seams. You just go. So. Oh, it is starting to print the support parts. So we're getting to the top of the dome. How is that doing? That roller is working pretty good. Yeah, doing infill. It's gonna be interesting to see how the time lapse fares on this. Time lapse on this is gonna be interesting. Slice complete. All right, show me. Mike, thank you for becoming a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. Remember, best way to support channel content I create and things I do is become a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. So yeah, there you go. So 0.6 nozzle, 0.3 layer height, 2 days to print this, 2 kilograms of filament, and it's one piece. And guess what? I can move it around a little bit and use even less support. Like, I just threw it up on the bed. But just to put it in perspective, we also have, let's see here. Oops, fine. So I'm doing the, if you know, you know, the Mark IV files for the Astromech body. I'm doing the Mark IV files, the basic body. But like, so there's a lower, a middle, and an upper. And for these, you don't need support. It's actually kind of nice how little you need support for this. Yeah, it's got built-in supports, yeah. Yeah, take care, Dark Freons. You know, I said I was going to have a short stream today. It looks like we are going to make it to 11. I was planning on a short stream. I am exhausted. And I still have to do some... Actually, shoot, that's what I got to check. Do I have expansion foam? Do I have spray foam expansion? What is this? What is this? Gaps and cracks. That'll work. Up to 1 inch. That'll work. I got for the shed, I need to it's relatively flat. But I have to, like, there's a few areas where you could tell like there's like a little dip or something. So what I got to do is go around and like shim it flat, like lift up the low areas that are a little low. Majority of it's flat. It's just like one corner and then like one space in the middle of one side, and then one of the doors is a little. So I got to go around and shim it. And then once I get it shimmed, I'm just going to go around with a can of spray foam and just kind of stick it underneath and go with the low expansion stuff. Let it flatten, let it fill the void, and then it'll be done. But yeah, like, so the lower part of the body here is a day and 8 hours. And that's 2.2 kilograms. So if you're wondering why I have 9 kilograms, so that was the lower. Yeah. And then the center. What, I have 9 kilograms for the whole body. Plus I got another 3 kilograms of pet for the legs. Although I might have to get more for the legs, we'll see. Yeah, so this is, here, I'll let you guys watch the printer print. So this is only 1.2 kilograms. So 2.2, 1.2, so we're at 3.4. And then the top. So we got 3.4 plus whatever, 3.4 plus 2.5, so that's 5.9. Plus, what's this? What's this? What's this? Cameron? Your printer just broke, Beep Dog. Oh no. Generating the G code. I probably should cycle this. I've had Orca Slicer open for like a week now, constantly changing settings and saving it. I probably should do a full like turn off, turn on of this computer. Filling up all the RAM. Yeah, and then 1.44. So that's what, 5.9. So we're at 6.5. So for the dome and the 3 body parts, we're about 7 kilograms of filament. For the dome and the 3 body parts, roughly, you know, factor in some losses here and there. So is it worth switching from Orca Slicer to Prusa Slicer? Depends. Why do you need to switch? Are there settings? Okay, so I am a big fan. If it ain't broke, don't fuck with it. Especially with 3D printers, they're finicky at times. If what you have is working good for you, why do you want to switch? Now, is there a feature in Orca Slicer you wish you had? Go for it. My general rule of thumb is I use Orca for my non-Prusas. If it's a Prusa, I use Prusa Slicer. If it's not Prusa, I use Orca Slicer. That's basically my go-to. That's usually how I run it. But I'll be honest, for the longest time, I had a Voron 2.4 running Duet. Actually, no, it was a 2.2. It was a V2, then a V2.1, then a V2.2, then it was a V2.4 for a year or two. Then I finally switched it to Clipper. So I had a Voron V2 through various iterations of the Voron V2 on Duet, running RepRap firmware using Cura for the longest time. Why? Because I had a profile that just worked. And the machine worked great, and I didn't have to, I knew everything worked. I could just hit file print, and I would walk away, and I knew the print would start and finish great. So if there's a lot to be said of, if it works, it works. But sometimes it's nice to play with new toys. So it really depends on what you're looking to get out of the printer, what you need. Are there any, like, does it need to be doing something? That's the question. Like, oh, hey, there's this feature that I want to make use of in Orca Slicer now. There you go. If you have a dialed-in process, don't touch it. Yep. If it ain't broke, it ain't broke. Like, there's a lot to be said of, if it works, it works. So, by the way, I have the time lapse set to take a picture every 2 minutes, and then it's 30 frames per second, and we got 24 seconds of footage so far on that. The Core One's solid. I love the Core Ones. They're great. I have 2 of them. They're solid machines. I really like my Core Ones. I've got 2 of them. I got Core 1 and Core 2. I'm very creative with names. They each did about 20 kilograms, or combined about 20 kilograms of printing for the Gundam that I built, and they were great. They were great. Yeah. Put a video of the broken printer in Discord. What did you do? That ain't good. Wait, is that whole extruder moving up and down? That shouldn't be doing that, I don't think. That ain't good. Oh yeah, yeah. See, that is probably supposed to be attached to that. Well, get a little 3D gloop and just kind of I keep getting alerts in the Voron Discord about Vice, and it's like, oh, I wish I was there. I wish I was at Vice right now. I need to figure out a color scheme for this guy, by the way. I kind of want to go with red because I have it kind of matches my Mando. My Mando's red, but it doesn't have to. So I need to figure out a color scheme for him. I mean, there's going to be a ton of painting. Basically, the plan is I want to print everything and get it cleaned up and assembled and working, and then take it apart and paint it. That's kind of the idea. So. Gold. The dome will be metal. The dome I will get to a polished finish because it's metal. Like most Astromech droids, the dome is metal. It's like aluminum. So getting that, there's gonna be a lot of rub and buff with that. But the body, I might just do white and red or something. We'll see. So. It's all gonna, Nicholas, it's all gonna be post-processed. It's all gonna be post-processed. So you're not gonna see any filament. The goal is you're not supposed to know it's a 3D printed. So. And the front almost fell off. Okay, we're gonna be doing the giveaway in 11 minutes. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some Polymaker filament, enter now. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, ring the bell. And if you're really cool, become a channel member, Patreon supporter, or gift some memberships to others so that other people can hang out and do fun stuff. I've never actually checked. How hot do these motors get? Oh, they're not that bad. Yeah, I definitely gotta dry the filament more next time. Gonna be a lot of cleanup. A lot of cleanup. And I gotta record it all, which is gonna suck. That's like the one thing I hate about, this is one of the reasons I started streaming on Twitch, is so I could do stuff that I like to do on streams, because I hate working for the camera by myself. I hate it. So it's like, hey, on Twitch, I can stream on Twitch and do dumb stuff, and then I can take the content from that and make it for videos for the YouTube channel. So if you like Twitch and you like watching people sand, you're gonna have a lot of fun over the next little bit. For the Empire black and red. Nah. The whole theme with my Mando, let me the Star Wars Galaxy map. So I have my Mando, right? So I've got my Mando suit. There's a few parts I might print for it and change it up a little bit. So here's the Star Wars Galaxy, okay? So over here's Hut space. You got Tatooine way to frick over here somewhere, and you got like, basically everything takes place like here. Like all the movies and shit take place here. My Mando's like over here somewhere, or over here. He's like over here on you know, oh shit, Yavin's over there. He's over here on frickin', you know, Zepho. He's hanging out on Zepho. What happens on Zepho? I don't know. But there ain't no Skywalkers there. That's for sure. So that's like the whole thing with my Mando is like, I am so far away from all the other shit going on, it doesn't affect me. I don't want to be involved with that. That's like the lore. That way I don't have to do all the extra work to make it screen accurate. So, 40% of my R5 is antique brass. Dude, I've seen a steampunk R2. Steampunk R2D2. It's a YouTube video, hopefully. Like, look at this thing. That's pretty cool. That is AI. It's a barrel. The Rogue One aesthetic. Well, Rogue One aesthetic is basically the original series aesthetic, but like made with modern props and whatnot. What happens on Zepho stays on Zepho. Here, let's see. Star Wars Planet Zepho. Okay. Zepho. An electromagnetically windswept planet located in the Outer Rim territories. Water-rich world, rocky mountains and cliffs. Surface covered in grass. Zepho is home to a number of creatures. Yeah. Oh, it's in Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Okay. But that's what I mean. It's like, I want to be the way the heck out there. I don't want to be involved with all the other shit. That's cool. Oh, it's a littler one. Scale model one, yeah. Nice. Is it painted? Yeah, that's painted. That one has a bad motivator. Is the Star Wars movie? Yeah, Rogue One is so good. Like, looking back on it, it's like you had, what is it, episode 7, right? The Force Awakens, which was like, it wasn't bad. Like, let's be honest. So Force Awakens, it was very, rehash, but it wasn't bad, right? There's, some issues, but it wasn't a bad movie. And then Rogue One came out, and it was like, ooh, hopefully we get more like this. And then it's all downhill from there. It's like first season of Mandalorian, a bit of the second season of Mandalorian, Andor. That's about it. Yeah, you watch Andor, then you watch Rogue One, then you watch the original one. The original Star Wars. And then you just kind of forget Book of Boba Fett ever existed. That was disappointing. That was disappointing. You want to talk disappointing? Book of Boba Fett. Oh my god. Did him dirty. The guy with the map at the beginning should have been Jar Jar. I was a big fan of the Darth Jar Jar. They should have had Darth Jar Jar. They should have rolled with it. They should have accepted it and rolled with it. Darth Jar Jar could have been a thing. Thoughts on the MCU? They're comic book movies. If you think they're deep, you're thinking too much. They should just be dumb fun. The problem is they haven't been dumb fun in a while. Give me the spectacle. Give me the action. Give me the I'm okay with the quips. The thing is, it has to be dumb fun. It still has to be fun, and the problem is it hasn't been. Like, the problem is, like, there's no tonality. You can't have a universe where you have, like, one movie where it's super quippy and happy and fun, and the next one is a super serious, like, movie. And they take place in the same universe. The characters, they share the same characters. It's like, I don't know. Gonna see the new Tron? No. Good God, no. It's got, why would I want to watch anything with Jared Leto in it? It's Tron in time. Dude can't act. Dude's a weird, dude's got issues. Literally, if you don't know what it is, Tron Ares exists because Jared Leto got an Oscar at some point. And when he got an Oscar, a bunch of studios basically like gave him carte blanche to do a bunch of projects and sign like contracts to do these projects. And that's why he's been in some movies that, like, dude, what, you haven't been in any good movies. You can't act. How are you getting all these movies? It's because just after he got his Oscar, he like signed a bunch of contracts and deals to basically guarantee him roles. And one of them was a major part of the next Tron movie because he's a big Tron fan. Tron Ares is literally his Tron fan fiction. His character was meant to be like a small secondary character in like the original sequel to Tron Legacy, which was so good. But then because because of this deal, he got more creative control. And when the original movie fell apart, he basically had full control to make his own version, his own movie, which was basically his fan fiction with his OC being the hero. Yeah, no. It's okay minus Leto. The problem is Leto is the main character. And like, they could have gone somewhere with how the second movie ended, and they just kind of didn't. So, yeah, Tron Legacy is so damn good. And I mean, Daft Punk. Can't go wrong with Daft Punk. Okay, let's do the giveaway. You got 2 minutes to do the giveaway. Go enter, go enter. We're gonna do a giveaway. I am tired. I am tired. I need to fall asleep. Exposed wire in the Discord. Why is there an exposed wire in the Discord? Ooh. Was that? Oh, okay. I'm going to say this as a PSA to a bunch of people. Was this rubbing on the drag chain? Yeah, there's the upper drag chain mount, so this is below. You need to be careful. Let me grab an example here. Okay. So, okay, here's a good example. Here's your extruder motor. You got your PCB mounted on the side there, and then you need to plug your extruder motor into the PCB. If you're gonna run it underneath here, you have to be careful because you have a drag chain right here. Right? It loops off and then it loops around and comes under. This wire can easily, if you're not paying attention when you wire this up, right? Like especially some of them, they plug in from the bottom. Like as you can see here, it plugs in from the bottom. Because this one, it's mounted on the back, so the wire's like that basically. This can easily rub on the drag chain. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you do your wire up your printer. Like, this is one of the reasons I don't put the panels on my printer until I know it's good. Put the printer on a desk where you can walk around it, right? You can walk around it while it's printing and just look at everything. Make sure no wires are rubbing, no belts are rubbing, especially on the back there. You put that back panel on, you can't see a lot of the motion system. It's hard to see if, like, you know, maybe you got to adjust your drive gears for alignment or something. Don't panel your printer up after you build it. Put it on a desk, run a bunch of prints, and just kind of look at it from different angles. Make sure, you know, you're not rubbing that wire from your PCB, your tool head PCB isn't rubbing on the drag chain when it moves left and right, or something's pinching or something. And also check it at all bounds. Plus, minus, 0, max, X, Y, and Z. Always check. Because like the Venture XL, for example, let me zoom out. This has a collision point right up top. If I print to max Z and then I home, this XY joint will collide with this upper rear Z motor. So you got to be careful. I could put a macro in here, for example, like an emergency drop 20. So you know, finish a print and then you can tell it to drop 20 and then home safely. Because most printers, when you home, they raise the Z up. So if you're already at max Z, and you go to home, you're going to go up even higher. So even if you don't get all the way to max, you should know what your actual max safe Z is. Not what your max physical Z is. There's a max physical and a max safe. So you should always have a little bit of it's nice to have a little bit of a buffer, right? So if your printer can theoretically move all the way up to 300, but if you're at 300 and you go to home, you're going to hit something and it'll crash. Maybe 290 is actually your max safe. So set your firmware for 290 and then in your slicer, set it for like 285, right? Because that way you have that little bit of a buffer, right? It's nice to have a safety margin. It's, you know, when you have the crane and you're picking up something that weighs 100,000 pounds and the crane says max weight 100,000 pounds and you're like, it's 99,999 pounds. We're good. And then as you pick it up, a little birdie flies on the shop and lands on it. The crane don't come crashing down. There's a safety margin there, right? You want a safety margin because, you know, when you're the afternoon supervisor and you come out from break and you see the new guy lifting up a 80,000 pound mold with the crane head that's good for 40,000 pounds and you yell, they don't immediately, like, you know, it doesn't come falling down and crush him. That really happened, by the way. He got in shit. We had to take the whole crane offline and get like the Coney crane guys to come in and inspect the crane to make sure they didn't break anything. Because, fun fact, chains stretch. They can stretch quite a bit. It's not good to see them stretch. It's really sketchy to see them stretch. Any news on the Bondtech Core 1? If I had news, I would not be able to share it. Because if it's not public, it's not public, and I'm not gonna share stuff that's not public. Glomar response. If you don't know what the Glomar response is, look up the Glomar response. My position is Glomar response. Okay, let's do the giveaway. Okay, let's do this giveaway. I am tired. I am so tired. This is the thing. I'm going to do a short little stream, maybe an hour or two. We'll just get the print going, and then the print couldn't go because the filament's soaking wet. So I got to dry the filament. And then it's like, okay, then we just start talking. And next thing you know, it's been 3 hours. So. I can hear it every now and then catching on some of the ooze. And I'm like, oh, you better not layer shift or something. It's a dome. You can't have a layer shift on a dome. It's really obvious. Trying to sand out a layer shift on a dome is annoying as shit. What happened to me all day? I built a shed. I built a shed. But I wanted to go get the shed at 9. I'll tell the story again. I'll give you the short version. The original plan was to wake up, go to Home Depot, buy a shed, come home, build it. Okay? So I wake up and I'm like, as I'm going to leave, my wife's like, hey, are you coming to the little guy's swimming lessons today? And I was like, I was going to go get the shed, but you know what? I'll come to swimming lessons. So instead of being at Home Depot at like 9 o'clock to pick up a shed, I was there at, I want to say just before 11. Okay? So I took my wife's car. She has an Escape, a Ford Escape. Put the seats down. Oh, this should be big enough. Fit a shed in the back, right? You know, in box, right? Fit in the back. According to the internet, it'll fit. So anyways, so I get there and I go to buy the shed and they're like, oh, hey, by the way, we moved all our sheds from the outdoor area because they're now no longer seasonal. They're inside. So you got to go inside and find the aisle it's in, and then we got to get a forklift and get it down. And it's like, sweet. The problem is, it's the second Sunday of the month. The second Sunday of the month, or Saturday of the month, the Home Depot near me, they do a kids' day where they build like arts and craft shit, and they're building birdhouses. And the whole aisle is filled with kids painting. So of course they can't get the forklift in there. So I had to wait like an hour and a half. So I ran around, did some errands or whatever, but like I had to wait an hour and a half. I finally get it. We go move it out to the car. It don't fit in my wife's car. So I have to go inside and rent a van. Well, I can't rent the van because I need proof of insurance, which I don't have because I didn't take my car. I took my wife's car. So I had to get my wife to send me a picture of my insurance so I can get the van, rent the van, take the shed home. I can't pick up the box, so I literally cut the box open, shove all the parts out into my driveway, tell my wife, okay, while I return the shed, go move all this to the backyard, bring the truck back to Home Depot, return it, grab my car, drive back. By the way, they forgot to put, I got a call before going live. They forgot to put my car, or say I brought the van back. So they charged me for a full day rental. So they're refunding me. But anyways, get back and it's like, okay, let's start building the shed. And then I built the shed. And then I finished, ate pizza, and now I'm live. And now I'm ending the stream. So yeah, today sucked. I mean, it was productive. I'll be honest. It was very productive. I got more done than I thought I would. I didn't plan on finishing the shed today. The plan was just get the walls up and we'd finish it tomorrow. But, yeah. So my hands are like cramped to heck from like holding these vinyl pieces and like trying to like force everything together and line up and then screw it together. So yeah. Bought 205, go. Picks or it didn't happen. Picks or it didn't happen. Here's the van I rented from Home Depot. And here's the shed I built. Picks. It's a 7x7. It's big enough to put my like lawnmower and all the stuff that I'm storing in the front of my garage in a shed so that I can turn the front of the garage into a shop. So, okay. How this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. But if I pick your ball and you win, you are the luckiest ball in the world because you also get a free hat. So good luck to this guy right here. Who is that? Gunther Jr. Good luck. If you win, you get a free hat. So, exclamation mark zoom zoom does nothing. Exclamation mark gullible makes your ball automatically win. And if you like the smash button, ring the bell, and are subscribed to the channel, it makes your ball go faster. And if you're a channel member, or if you're really cool and you gift channel memberships, it actually makes your ball go even faster. So, yeah. Go, Francois. Bougez, Francois. Bougez vite. Allons-y. Allons-y. Oh. Trevor, you lost your momentum. Sabrina's in the lead now. Is Gunther in the top 10? Oh, maybe he was. One day, somebody... By the way, I've been doing the hat thing for like 2 years, and nobody's won a hat yet. So, on average, 3 streams a week. And nobody's won it. Oh! Lauren with the snipe. That was a snipe. Wow. That still didn't beat the fastest time that we have. Oh, dude, my knuckles are, oh man. Like the joints right here, because like trying to hold vinyl, like pieces of vinyl shed, which is high density polyethylene, by the way, trying to like hold everything and like in position while trying to like put screws in, and they're all self tappers. Oh, my hands are destroyed. So cheers, Lauren. You won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. No hat though. I know a streamer that used to do this, where they would do the Marvel thing, and then if you won, you got like a little prize, right? They would PayPal you something. But if they picked your ball and you won, because I totally did not come up with the free hat thing. I totally stole it from somebody else. But if they picked your ball and you won, you got they would buy you a Tesla, like a Model 3 or something. And they actually set it up where they had insurance. Because for those that don't know, you can get prize insurance. You can get prize insurance. When you see like golf clubs, you have a golf tournament with work, and if you get a hole in one, you win a free car. You get insurance for that. So what you do is there are companies where you can buy insurance, and you have to like show them the rules, and it has to be all approved and everything, but you pay them, X amount, $1,000 or whatever, and they're like, okay, if somebody wins a million bucks, we pay the prize. Because they know the majority of the time nobody wins the prize, so they're making money off of everyone who doesn't win. And then the one time somebody gets a hole in one and wins a car, okay, then they pay out. So it is a thing. It is a thing. You can get prize insurance. So. No, it's Nicholas. It's gonna stay the way it is. We can't go changing it now. Plus, if we change it and people win, that's like when you beat Radon, after they nerfed him in Elden Ring. Like, I beat Radon before they nerfed him, right? Like, it's not the same, right? You don't want to be known for winning after they patched it and made it easier, right? You don't want that, right? You want to get it pre-patched, right? Ooh, I just Sennheiser. Sponsor your next Sonic movement with Sennheiser gear. Yeah, Mr. Telenet.be email address. You're totally an associate with Sennheiser. Oh, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. The spam emails are getting worse and worse. Also, whoever won the filament yesterday, I sent the email to you, but I forgot to put a title in. So check your spam if you're here. Because I forgot to put a title in the email. So I just noticed that. There you go. Okay, Lauren, you should get the email now. Okay. I think that's about it. Okay. keeping it Nintendo hard. Exactly. I need to get all the tokens. You know, that's why video games used to be so hard. You know, back in the day, it was 2 reasons. One, you couldn't save because saving didn't exist yet. You couldn't save games because they didn't have solid state memory, or they would have to use expensive modules that use power. That's why Game Boy games like didn't save. That's why they had the code system for a long time. So you weren't able to save. And then 2, games were still based on arcade game logic, where like they want you to keep putting quarters into the machine. So the games were hard on purpose, so you would have to use a lot of quarters. So when they started making games for home, they would just kind of keep that logic where it's like, yeah, just make it hard. Plus, games were expensive. Like, think about it. Games have been like 60 bucks for the longest time, 70 bucks for the longest time. They're finally going up. Like, they have not been keeping up with inflation. So games are expensive, so making the game harder made it that you got more value out of it because you had to play longer to beat it. So anyways, we're calling it there. I am exhausted. There might be a video on the channel tomorrow. If not, Monday or Tuesday, it'll be the Big Tree Tech video. And then I'll try and put a stream. I don't think we'll do a Twitch stream tomorrow because I'm going to be doing Thanksgiving stuff. But maybe Monday we'll do a Twitch stream. So follow me on Twitch, Nero3D. Make sure you're subscribed here. If you're not subscribed, ring the bell. And shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Their fiber on stuff's pretty cool. Look at me. We're printing a bunch of it right now. It's cool stuff. Make sure you dry it though. So shout out to Polymaker, and for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. I'm Taylor, Canuck Creator. Enjoy your weekend. For those in Canada, enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend, and be safe out there. Wash your hands. I will see you in the future. Good night. I totally hit the wrong button, but anyways, I'm tired. Good night.